back into BJJ again. We worked a little bit on some simple things, but then we also kind of messed around with not a more complicated one, just a more sneaky one, right? So I'm gonna go from side control, right? He's got a good basic position and grip here. I've got my control, and what I'm going for is this hand underneath the head, okay? And what I'm gonna attempt to do is choke him with my lapel, okay? So if I got my belt on, which is sitting on the floor somewhere, if I got my belt on, I need to be removing and messing around to get my gi outside of my belt. If it's off, if it's falling off in the middle of the match, then you're good to go. Thumbs up anyway, right? But I got my arm underneath here. I'm nice and tight. I'm getting control. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get and bunch up, getting a nice solid piece of my lapel, and I'm going to free that gi up nice and high. Now, as I do this, I want to make sure that he can't exactly see what's going on. I want to be relatively sneaky about this. So if he's not paying attention, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feed this underneath his arm to my own gi, or my own hand rather. My palm's facing down. I'm going to get a nice grip on that from feeding it from the other side, staying low. From here, I'm going to pull towards the floor. I'm going to check the hip, and I'm going to turn my body out, driving my head straight down to the mat to make my choke from that position, okay? So again, what I got to make sure to do is make sure I'm feeding the gi underneath his hand, make sure his hand doesn't get into there. My gi lapel is going to come across here. It's going to lift him from the behind. It's going to get good pressure. So again, I'm here. I get a hold of my own gi. Get a nice piece of it, staying low, creating pressure. I'm going to drive it up and across, get a hold of it, palm down. I'm going to pull down in nice and tight, hip, turn, and I'm burying my head. I had to get that choke. If he's kind of noticing that I'm doing this with my hand, or if I go through this and I've got a hold of it, and let's say that he's taking this hand out here and he's trying to block, he's trying to stop, one of the other ways you can be a little sneakier about it is you can actually feed it through your teeth, which has actually worked before. So I get it up into here, I get it into my teeth. Here. Get my own lapel. Oops, screwed it up. Here, turn it down, get nice and tight, check the hip, turn it from that point. Something to mess around with. It's helpful if you got a relatively loose gi, something to mess with, but fun, goofy, sneaky. Try it out, have some fun.